Nice looking ball. Nicely aimed pass. Now that's well seen too. Lookman in with the challenge. And here's Batshuayi.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Lookman scooting forward. He is just caressing the ball. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Yeah, Koke.
Sorlot! And that is wildly off target.
Sorlot probably should have taken a...
There could be trouble here. Him and the shot! Koch. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him. That's just playing it safe and simple.
And it's Batshuayi. Christensen. Great vision. Cross is blocked, and that's a corner. Eintracht Frankfurt with the corner. They're first. Sorlot. That has ended up in no man's... He's having a hit! Magnificent! He's got himself an absolute peach. An opportunist strike, but he'll take it. He will own it.
The keeper might have been a little unsighted. He seemed awfully late in reacting to that.
So, a breakthrough already. Lenormand gets over and intercepts. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Well, that looks a decent ball. Batshuayi has been caught there, it's a foul. Well, you might think he got off lightly, it is just a verbal warning. Götze looking to play it into the box. Oh, good line! And he's there to belt it away. He's a sharp little ball here. Oh, he's been charged for a shot! And that has been knocked clear. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Good ball over the top. Koch gets a foot in here. Lookman unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. That's an imaginative pass. And this is Batshuayi. Nicely spread. He's got away. Driven in. He'll try from distance. And there's a goal. And they're threatening to fly away here. There was no getting to that. No getting to it at all. Expertly done.
Just way, way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
Eintracht Frankfurt are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
Yeah, it's all happening now. There's been an upping of the intention and urgency, a real step up in...
Oh, what has happened? He's having a shot! But he's left disappointed. Cleared without hesitation. Eintracht Frankfurt have the chance to go the other way. Nicely weighted ball. He's looking wide. Götze with the delivery. And that is expertly dealt with. Shapes to shoot! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. Again, in a trice, and they are soaring. It looked as though it'd gone too wide. He wasn't having that, though, and somehow he found the angle.
Peter, you have to have a certain imagination to produce the incredible, and that was incredible.
A case now of complete control.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Searching passes played there. Dahoud. It's a pretty loose pass. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Pablo Barrios. Oh, it's Solot. And the shot! And the keeper has shown real class. He had to be at his very best.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Solid! That was quite a test for the goalkeeper. Jimenez. And that has put paid to that.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Eintracht Frankfurt heading towards the half-time break. Real chance! Oh, brilliant save.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
So, third corner of the game. That's a decent clearance. And that's gone loose. Ruggeri. Eintracht Frankfurt are looking to go forward now. Kubil.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
That looks a good ball through. He's in, must be! Oh, shooting chance! And that's in! They will take that. They are absolutely ripping it up. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. And it's Barrios. And he shoots! Oh, it's hit the post! And he's managed to get free. He's found some space. It is a corner. This possibly the last play of the half. He leaps for it. And that's past the post. He's shifting through the gears here. That has not gone well. Pablo Barrios. It's Koke! Oh, that's close, and that will be the last of it. It's half-time. Well, what a half they've had. Cruising to victory, and it's only half-time. Astonishing.
Well, for me, it's a lead that's thoroughly deserved, Peter. They've been quicker to pretty much everything so far. The only thing you've got to wonder is, how taxing is this for the players? How long can they keep it up for? Are we going to see a fade in this second half?
Eintracht Frankfurt have had it all their own way so far then, and they go in at the break in an utterly dominant position.
Players, everyone. Substitution for Frankfurt. Number 30, Batshuayi.
So the action
Coming
resumes.
on the field is number 25. Substitution
Pablo
taking
Barrios
place.
cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
Dahoud. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Lookman. Eintracht Frankfurt do appear to have made a half-time change.
Well, I think this is probably a good time, Peter, to make ambitious change.
Alvarez. He's beaten the last man. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
And it's Götze. Always onto this. Decent chance! And he's spooned it over the bar. Oh no, this does Burkhardt! And he's missed it.
Well, it's almost like he had too much thinking time there, Peter.
Can he get it through? And that's a simple one for the keeper. And that's another good win of the ball. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all.
How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone...
Great chance! And that's a tiny finish. And it adds further to a heavily one-sided scoreline. This is getting punishing.
I can see some heads dropping here now, Peter. I see things getting even worse out there if they're not careful.
Eintracht Frankfurt are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponent, tries one from range. Brought out the best in the keeper.
Well, if they hope to have any chance of turning this round, they have to abandon their shoot-on-sight policy. It's just not working.
So their fourth corner of the game. Alvarez! Oh, he's kept it out. That's a great save. Lenormand calmly anticipates. Crunching tackle. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Mario Götze knocks it. He's had a shot! And he seemed certain to get the sixth.
I just wonder what was on his mind there. Should have put his foot right.
And a chance! Now, who's going to be first to this? That's a little off target. Oh, good. Can he finish? Eintracht Frankfurt have their third corner. Impressive jump. No, got right underneath it. Simeone. Eintracht Frankfurt perhaps contemplating their next change here. Now it's Simeone.
That was lovely, that.
Now it's Alvarez. Goes for a shot! It's loose and... Oh, he's been caught on it here! Christensen is there to clear. Ah, he's given it away! Kalimwendo. Looking for options for movement. Baina. Pablo Barrios.
Variety is the spice of footballing life too. They need to alter their approach and start shifting this ball out wide.
Deftly away. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Tries to play it through. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. That is good alertness. Kubin. So here comes the substitution. And the break in play means they can now affect their change.
Yeah, he's looking for instructions, probably something along the lines of go make a nuisance of yourself.
Can he get on the end of this?
Number 11, number 6.
Now, can they get him away? Aims beyond, shoots!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Baina. Koke. Alvarez. Oh, they can break here. Spread to the right. He's found a way through. Mario Götze. Baina. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given.
Substitution for Frankfurt. Number 27, Götze. Coming on to replace him is number 8. Substitution.
It's come to nothing. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Christensen cuts it out. Threads one in. Big chance! And it's hit the woodwork and out.
Substitution in progress.
So we have further activity on the bench here.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Pubil. Koke. Alvarez. And he's picked it up out wide. Referee's had a good look and given a corner.
Substitution.
It might not be such a bad idea playing this short and into feet.
Absolutely, they're certainly not as big as those trying to stop them. Koch gets it away. Oh, the ball's come loose here. The corner count is rising. That's 6. That's the keeper's ball.
Added minute has been indicated.
And now they can spring out of defence. Nice bit of trip. That's rather hopeful. Keeper always had the measure of that. Into a minimum of 4 minutes additional time. And that pass just didn't quite work. Not the most accurate pass. Good ball, good take. Succumbs to the pressure. And time is up. Eintracht Frankfurt pretty much in utopia, imposing themselves in the manner they wanted right from the start. A show all about one side's remorselessness, So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. Well, this is the perfect game for all parties, not least the neutrals who've just come to enjoy it.
Well, I wouldn't just look at this being another friendly, Peter.
Is that your own experience?
Yeah, if the opposition played like they meant business, we were obliged to return the favour. I don't think there's much difference here.
So straight into the action. Getting up there! No, couldn't quite control it.
Yeah, some good movement inside the box. No shortage of targets here.
Looking for the run. Oh, well cut out. No margin for error there at all. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Can he get it through? It's a pretty loose pass. Well, that's been cut out. Well played. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Yeah, Koke. He's the kind of midfield player who can do a bit of everything. He's got wonderful technical ability, but also boundless energy and enthusiasm. If things start drifting away from this team at any point, they can rely on him to take things by the scruff of the neck and get them right back into it.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. Gets a good foot in there. Deftly away. And here's Surlot. Lookman. Surlot. Now it's Batshuayi. Now it's Goetze. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. That is good alertness.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Now that's well seen too. Barrios. Now it's Simeone. No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. Jimenez gets over and intercepts. Lookman. And that has left him in a heap. He's picked his way through. Elects to cross.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Bina. Nice sequence of passes, this. And he thumps it clear. That is good strength. Tries to pass it through. Lookman picks it up out wide. The ball goes in. And he's heaved it away. Now who's going to be first to this? Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Batshuayi might just make this. And now the breakaway.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Played through into space. Lookman providing an outlet on that flank. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Sakiri. Ruggeri does really well to win the ball there. Now, what about a counter-attack? That's a cute ball. Dahoud. Now it's Batshuayi. Oh, important interception. Half-time rapidly approaching, and it's still goalless. Oh, he's burst through, and he shoots! Mario Götze. Looking to play him in. Lookman. And it's Barrios. He's found a way through. Well read, and the danger is averted. Burkhardt. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Now it's Simeone. Pablo Barrios! Not a bad try by any means.
Yeah, he may have snatched it down a bit, even though it was quite close.
Tries to play it through. Muscular approach does pay off here. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. The ball is bounced loose now. Lookman showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Foot in. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Now this could be a chance. A quick look, thought about cutting inside. Burkhardt! Goal! Eintracht Frankfurt! And on the stroke of half-time, a priceless goal. And that is indeed the final act. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
Please welcome our lads to the field.
Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, this is when you need your players to step up, Peter. Be brave, see all that courage. They need to have a big start to the second half to give them some momentum, and they're not going to get that if they're being too risk-averse.
Eintracht Frankfurt are in a pretty decent position after 45 minutes. 1-0 to the good. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here. Eintracht Frankfurt leading courtesy of the game's only goal. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Eintracht Frankfurt clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Spread out to the left. Swings it across. Barrios. Lookman. And that has put paid to that. Barrios. Nicely shaped ball. Lookman wants to run onto this. Dahoud. Mario Götze. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, no joy this time. Dahoud. Ruggeri. Now he's got space here. And there's green grass ahead of him. Oh, well played. Team still separated by the game's only goal. Simeone. Now, can they get him away?
Eintracht Frankfurt couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
Not the most accurate pass. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. The only breakthrough then came late in the first half here, and that is the difference. 1-0 the score. Threads one in. Biner.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Well, that's cause for mild irritation.
Madrid really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Tries from a long way out. Oh, the ball's... Oh, he's been caught on it here. He's got plenty of space out wide here. And that is out and behind. It's a good block.
Substitution for Frankfurt. Number 30, Batshuayi. Number 18, Dahoud. Coming on the field, number 25, number 6. Substitution in progress.
Eintracht Frankfurt with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. The ball is loose and the chase is on. And now a sudden chance to counter. Well, that pass isn't the best. That's going across goal, and a header! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Wendo clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Oh, that's well spotted. Alvarez. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Looking for options for movement. Good ball, good take. Ball's looking wide. Ah, such a clever touch. That's crossed into the middle. And he cuts out the supply. Great vision. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Mario Götze. Space for him to turn and look. Oh, shooting chance! Oh, that's fabulous. And it's played into the middle. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Lovely pass, but can he get there?
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Great ball, shot at goal! That's another chance!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Substitution for Frankfurt. Number 9, Berger.
Llorente.
Number 27.
He's been bundled over, that is a foul.
Coming on the field, number 11, number 8. Substitutions taking place. Substitution.
Well, this may not be the kindest angle for a direct hit. Gonzalez. And into the grateful arms of the keeper.
Madrid are stuck in Central Station, and they might find a fast track out wide if they'd care to look.
He's had it taken off him. Christensen made a surge from full-back as it takes a shot! And that could come back to haunt them.
I don't think he can quite believe he didn't capitalise on that. He clearly fancied his chances.
And here's Griezmann. That pass has been well intercepted. That has ended up in no man's land. Griezmann. Eintracht Frankfurt close now to seeing this one through to the end. Aimed beyond the defence.
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
He's shifting through the gears here. Desperate defending required here.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
That's the keeper's ball.
Has been indicated.
And the referee's looking at his watch. We could be done here. And he's had it nicked away. Nicely weighted ball. And a shot! Koke clears without hesitation. And that is that. Eintracht Frankfurt have held on. They have doggedly, sometimes frantically, preserved the tightest of leads. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Well, Peter, I was expecting this game to be put
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Hi, Peter. It's great to be here.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. It is a monster matchup, Jim Beglin.
It'll be interesting to see how these teams will go about things in the knowledge that there's nothing riding on it.
Yeah, maybe there is. Great chance! And again! Goal! Eintracht Frankfurt! And it's Eintracht Frankfurt who take the lead. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, Peter, I know from experience there are players who always seem to know where the ball's going to end up. This isn't about luck at all, despite what people say. Just keep an eye on his movement.
Getting up there! Cleared away. Openda. Pass somewhat off target. Locatelli. Oh, there's a probing ball. Openda. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Diamante clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Dahu. Now, who's going to be first to this? That's a throw. Intercepts the throw. That's well read. So just a one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Kostic is sporting a guilty look after that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
They get a throw in. Oh, what? And the finish! And one more try! Oh, that is rather wayward. Francisco Conceição. First quarter of an hour gone. And that pass just didn't quite work. Locatelli picks it up from the goal kick. It's just a kick and a shot! And that's in! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop. Oh, what a lovely exchange, Peter. I mean, he did the give and go, and that's just a lovely return ball. The weight of it was absolute perfection.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball. If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Burkhardt. Oh, no joy this time. Just about midway through the first half, and it has been an engaging watch. And it's Kostic. Locatelli.
Diamante always have been a side that are known for pressing, a style that's very high tariff, Peter.
But it can pay off big time, can't it?
Yeah, just about every top side are doing this now.
Oh, that's a key interception. Götze really struggling to influence the game.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes.
Decent chance! It's off target and by quite a way.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Goes for a shot! And no mistake. They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other.
Takes a shot! It's a goal! They are purring, truly purring. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
So the lead now is 2.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Teat can clear it away. Kalulu. That's where it came from.
Whatever happens, that's...
And the shot! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Oh, what a chance. He probably had more time than he realised.
Tries to pass it through. Lovely pass, but... And a chance! And it's in! Half-time rapidly approaching. That could be a big one. Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
What about the pass, Peter? It was played so intelligently and he picked out the perfect target.
Just one in it now.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
Openda! And yes, it's there! 2 up now, and they are cruising. He made it happen, squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
The keeper might have been a little unsighted. He seemed awfully late in reacting to that.
Clinical. Shot at goal! He's got a goal! And on the stroke of half-time, a priceless goal. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
And that brings the first half to a close. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Well, it's been played at such a frenetic pace. I'm amazed it's only been 45 minutes. I'm wondering whether these players are going to be able to maintain that energy.
So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon. The second half is up and running.
Eintracht Frankfurt can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
And here's Batshuayi. Might be danger here. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Tries to play it through. Can he get on the end of this? Good read, needed to be. Francisco Conceição. Yildiz. And now the breakaway. Knocks it into space. And he was alert to it. Dahoud. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Now this could be a chance. Di Gregorio claims it. Safe hands.
Eintracht Frankfurt clearly are trying to mix things up here, keeping their opponents guessing.
And that's definitely not his best. So can they find a way to turn around this deficit? Good, sir. Gets a good foot in there. And he was quick to react. Can he get onto this? It's a poor throw, that, picked off with relative ease. Kalulu kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Oh, well measured. Kostic has the space to scheme. Götze has created one goal already.
Eintracht Frankfurt may only be one behind, but they're showing much in terms of threatening parity.
And the shot! Francisco Conceição looking to play him in. In comes the corner. No, he didn't quite meet it right.
Well, I think the defence deserves credit for the way they were quick to close him down.
Number 30.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Well, he's going to inject a nice bit of pace into that front line, Peter, so I can see him making those runs in behind.
Eintracht Frankfurt perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution.
Well, you can only assume that the manager's got those substitutions on his mind.
And he is going into that little black book. Francisco Conceição. Can he get it through? Kostic is onto this.
It was indecision all round. They have to do a bit better than that.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides.
Yeah, they're looking for some imagination, and his job's going to be to add that element of craft and guile. The man pulling the strings.
Number 6.
Great vision. Oh, that's well spotted. Locatelli. Here's Żegrova. Good ball over the top. Oh, nicely intercepted.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Oh, super ball. That has ended up in no man's land.
Eintracht Frankfurt really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
This is a really front-footed approach.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
He's found a way through. Just about up to 75 minutes. And it's Locatelli. Now that looks a decent ball. Cross deflected over the goal line for a corner.
Substitution for Frankfurt. Number 27.
Corner number 2 then.
Götze. Number 21.
And that has been cleared.
Number 8.
Eintracht Frankfurt really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
And no, that was never going to make it. Christensen spots it and intercepts. And it's made its way to him. This looks promising. Played in. And a header! Oh, he'd love to have another go at that.
Well, you'd really expect him to hit the target from there.
Teat cuts it out. Vlahovic. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Kalulu cuts out the pass. Not the most accurate pass. Well, that's beautifully weighted. He's having a shot! Well, now it's a race for the ball.
We'll simply have to tip his hat to the keeper here because that was a magnificent save.
Christensen kept his eye on it, and he's there. Now it's Callum Wendell. And he's intervened well there. Koopmeiners. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Well, that pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way.
Eintracht Frankfurt really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
And it's played in. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. David. Now it's Kostic. And it's been played through.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
Teat. Delivered with swing. David. Kostic.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Good ball, good take. Vlahovic.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Nicely weighted ball. And it's Locatelli. That is good alertness. That has not gone well. Looking for options for movement. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Eintracht Frankfurt, pleasingly clever on the ball. They had their moments, but ultimately they take away nothing. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Well, it's got to be said, Peter, it's a day to forget for the players at the heart of it.
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere, and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a great chance! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Great vision. He's in a great position here. Showing great feet there. He has found the way through. That's an excellent interception. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, this guy, Marcus Llorente, is a surprise revelation in recent times. I think the proof, perhaps, of how a change of coach and system can have such an effect on a career. I'd say he's one of the most notable all-round midfielders about. A 4, an 8, a 6, an 11, and a 10 all in one.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. Llorente. So, Jim, what have you made of what we've seen so far?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Nice interception, well timed. Lookman. Jimenez. Gonzalez might just make this. Baturina gets across and deals with it. He's on it, can he get away? And the finish! He's scored! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
It is a super start. So far, so very good. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Como do have a chance to counter here. The ball has bounced loose now, and he's had it nicked away. Koke. And here's Alvarez.
Como are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Paz. Oh, that's fabulous. And the ball's come loose here. Now the ball in.
When it's delivered early like that, defenders just can't get themselves set. Madrid always have been a side that are known for pressing, a style that's very high tariff, Peter.
But it can pay off big time, can't it?
Yeah, just about every top side are doing this now.
Nicely spread. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, super find. Llorente. Koke. Looking to play him in. That's a throw. Ah, good steal. He just read it. Diego Carlos.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Chance for a shot! That was superb goalkeeping.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And we have our very first corner. Como have the chance to go the other way. Half an hour played now. Gonzalez with the cross. Chance to shoot! Oh, it's fallen loose again! He's got a goal! And this is getting better and better. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
And that's great movement from him. He instinctively knew that the ball was going to come back out and put himself where he needed to be. The sort of thing you just can't teach.
Can he finish? It's in! Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
Just 1 in it now.
Well, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Stood up well to him there. And he's intervened well there. Approaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now? Lookman. Ruggeri. And it's Baina. Gonzalez. Gonzalez! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Terrific effort! Now, who's going to be first to this? And again! Worth a try. Shame about the outcome.
Gonzalez clearly felt that he was entitled to try that, and I'm inclined to agree with him. There wasn't anything else on.
And now the breakaway. Hansko calmly anticipates.
Il quarto uomo indica 2 minuti di recupero.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
He'll try from distance. He's done very well to get to that.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And this could be the final action of the first half. And that has been cleared. Lookman. Lookman running with the ball. Gonzalez. Chance! And that marks a high-octane end to the first half. Well, the scoreline at half-time, a fair reflection of things overall, you'd have to say that. There was certainly no lack of effort or endeavour in the first half. Caution certainly not on the agenda here, from both sides.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker, and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly.
Sostituzione di giocatori. Numero 19.
So we're off again.
Numero 7.
Como really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
There will be a throw-in. Koke. Como different to some extent this half. Details of the changes to come soon.
I'll be fascinated to see how the change now affects their overall strategy.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And he's gone looking for safety. Baina. Ball played for Lookman. So what can they make of this? Nicely weighted ball. Good challenge, excellent challenge. And he's forced to go back. Aims beyond the defence. He's shifting, tries a shot! And that's in! Oh, delicious, such devilish curl.
Oh, that's an incredible shot. The dip and the curl he managed to get on it. Impeccable technique, Peter. Absolutely impeccable.
So the lead now is 2.
That has the feeling of a breath of fresh air, Peter, and now they can fill their lungs and just blow them away.
He's a sharp little ball here. The less said about that pass, the better. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Madrid clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
And this is Morata. Threads one in. It's a promising position. Drives it in. Como do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Alvarez is offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Could move up a gear here. Tries to pass it through. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. He's had a shot! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Disappointing, very disappointing. He did everything right in getting to the ball, but it's a bad one to miss.
Attenzione, una sostituzione.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. Pinches it off him. Well, that is one way to stop him. Looking for options. Real chance! And that's a tiny finish. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Como cut their deficits and look raring to go again.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now all of a sudden it seems the belief is back.
Alvarez. Alvarez showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Simeone. Pass somewhat off target. Koke. And it's Baina. Good ball, good take. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. He's got away.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
That pass has been well intercepted.
Oh, good take and
a chance! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Como really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
Numero 33. Lasciano il campo per il numero 15. Il numero 6. Cambio di
Diego
giocatori.
Carlos. Passing is crisp and sharp. Looking for the run. Can he finish? And he hits the net. There seemed no way back, but they are level. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Oh, that was beautifully done. They were ready to pounce, and they were clinical when the opportunity presented itself.
He's having a shot! And he's quick to get rid. And he's managed to get free. Oh, good determined running there, but one back by the defence.
Yeah, definitely not much wrong with what he tried, all things considered. The defence were...
Big chance! Kakare. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won. I think we might be done here, Pete.
And he shoots! And that is doing no harm at all.
Sostituzione di giocatori. Numero 3.
So a bit of a revolving door here. Lots and lots of changes.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
Great ball, and he's in here. Shapes to shoot! Oh, that could be pivotal! So is that it? Is this the moment they stole it? It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
Well, talk about being on top of your game. Everything seems to be coming off for him.
Como found a way, forcibly. Now they must hold out.
Well, these last few moments are going to be pretty frantic, I would think, as the opposition try tooth and nail to get back into this. We're never done till it's completely done.
It's Griezmann! Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get their reward if they can stick at this.
Just eases him off the ball. And there goes the final whistle. Como have done it with iron, with pragmatism, the sort you expect from a team like this. Admirable. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Well, there are plenty looking forward to seeing this. A capacity crowd here.
Well, at least on the face of it, Peter, there's very little at stake in this.
But, Jim, well,
it still gives ample opportunity for some fringe players to make their case. So I'm inclined towards something that's still high in intensity, in conviction, in tempo even. And that's not a bad thing.
If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
Well, it wasn't the best pass, was it? The apologetic look says it all, really. He knows he could have got his team in real trouble then.
Header comes in! And he can thump it away. And it's Fernandez. He has a look up. Fernandez goes for the shot. Pedro Neto with the delivery. Now it's Politano. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
And he's worked it through. Chelsea are applying all the early pressure.
Yeah, it's a good start, Peter, and they look hungry for goals, and they'll be aware of having to capitalise in such a good spell.
Looking for a corner. Corner number 2 then. Keeper has taken decisive action. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Politano. He can run onto that. An uncompromising challenge. Elmas showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Elmas. Di Lorenzo promptly onto that, and that is that. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Space for him to turn and look. Oh, great leap! He's delivered all right! Everyone waited for the cross, but he had other ideas.
Listen, no one was expecting a shot from there. That's quite outrageous.
So the first goal of the game.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
Caicedo. De Bruyne, tidy with his distribution. Strokes it back.
Just too much pressure. Had to go that way.
Neres gets flagged offside. Oh, he's found support out wide. Pedro Neto. And he's whipped it across.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet. You have to expect that from everyone there.
Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. That's tidy. Colwell did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. He has found the way through. McTominay.
Napoli always have been a side that are known for pressing, a style that's very high tariff, Peter.
But it can pay off big time, can't it?
Yeah, just about every top side are doing this now.
Looking tight. David Neres! It's fallen kindly here. And that's in. Again, in a trice. And they are soaring. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Oh, that's great movement from him. He instinctively knew that the ball was going to come back out and put himself where he needed to be. The sort of thing you just can't teach.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, that's a real psychological weight off the shoulders, I think. It's a very different game now at 2 up.
James, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Buongiorno. Time perhaps for one last twist before half-time. Great vision. Lukaku. And the shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Spread to the right.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
No, didn't quite have the weight on it. McTominay. James kept his eye on it, and he's there. Elmas. Looking for the run. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Napoli clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one.
Oh, that is asking for trouble. That'll be a throw-in. Pedro Neto. The message is clear, none shall pass.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Pass is coming off in quick succession here.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And it's Caicedo. He's in plenty of space here. Showing good feet. And the referee has blown for half-time. So your views on the first half?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon.
Everyone, please welcome our players to the field. Substitution on the field. Number 25, Caicedo.
The second period is on the way.
Is number 49.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment. Go for that goal.
Here's a chance! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Garnacho. Elmas. Over to the right flank. Nicely weighted ball. Elmas unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Oh, that's a key interception. Chelsea different to some extent this half. Details of the changes to come soon.
Well, we're certainly going to see a change in personnel. We'll see if the system changes with it.
McTominay. Ramani. Passing is crisp and sharp. And that interception was most necessary. Oh, good-looking ball. João Pedro. Garnacho. Oh, that's fabulous. Di Lorenzo did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Fernandez. Oh, this looks sharp. That has not gone well.
Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to stir a revival.
Now it's Lukaku, and claimed it back swiftly. Fernandez. And Garnacho. He's found a way through. No, he's overshot the green. David Neres. There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to say from up here, I know. Can he get on the end of this? Not where it came from. Oh, that was vital. João Pedro. Elmas. Oh, that pass isn't the best. And here's Neto. This is a promising build-up.
João Pedro really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
And here's Lukaku. And here's Neres. Can he spark a counter here? Pass somewhat off target. Well read, nice interception. Oh no, what has happened here? Chance, surely! And he's there to belt it away. Threads one in. Now it's João Pedro. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And he shoots! Oh, good finish! Whoever is in his path, he will always find a way.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
Just one in it now.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now all of a sudden it seems the belief is back.
Now it's João Pedro. Now it's Garnacho. Chelsea perhaps contemplating their next change here.
Well, you can only assume that the manager's got those substitutions on his mind.
Garnacho picks it up out wide. Cleared away.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
They're coming again and again.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Neres receives it in a wide position. Colwill gets it away. And that is expertly dealt with.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Oh no, it's Lukaku! And it's in! And that should do it!
Goal!
Within sight of the finish line.
After 79
And
minutes.
a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy
Lukaku.
finish.
Napoli are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Substitutions taking place.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
Well, talk about being on top of your game. Everything seems to be coming off for him.
So we have movement on both benches.
Substitution on the field. Number 7.
So the lead now is 2.
Coming
Well,
on
that's
the
pretty much
field
sealed
is
it now, and surely,
number
Peter, we're
45.
not going to see any complacency after that.
Substitution.
James tries to play it through. And That pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Oh, there's a probing ball. Dink through. Defending of the desperate variety. Garnacho. And it's Palmer. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Keep the ball and you win the... Andre Santos with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick.
Substitution on the field. Number 24.
Santos did incur the wrath of the referee and has earned himself a booking in the process. Palmer. Now it's Garnacho. Now that's a foul. A simple decision for the referee. Oh, good climb! McTominay. Gets a good foot in there. Aims beyond the defence. Now it's Højlund. Chalobah gets across to intercept that. Now it's Højlund. Pinches it off him.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
And he's definitely onside. Oh, great chance! And the shot! Ramani. Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. Now, he's got space here. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Passes coming off in quick succession here. That's at the end. Chelsea were a team not short on effort, but ultimately they were found wanting when it mattered. That is simply not how you go about winning. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Chelsea desperately failing to impose themselves on the game. Decidedly flat, disjointed in so many areas on the pitch, and you're never going to win like that.
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, it's great to be here.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. Well, there are plenty looking forward to seeing this, a capacity crowd here.
Well, it certainly doesn't feel like a friendly to me, Peter.
The atmosphere, absolutely that of a premium contest.
Yeah, and this crowd are demanding the most from their players, and it looks like they might get what they came for.
We're up and running then. Pedro Neto picks it up out wide. Share. More and more pressure on the ball here. And he's got away. Palmer! Oh, it's hit the post. That's really well manoeuvred.
Chelsea would very much seem to be growing their confidence here. You can feel it.
Oh, shooting chance! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
That's great reading of the game, and it led to a decent chance. Cracking aggression.
Newcastle have the chance to go the other way. And he cuts out the supply. And here's Gordon.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind.
Gordon! Well, that's a fair try, but just off target.
Well, distance never seems to be an issue for some players, and he's certainly one of those. The opening was there, I guess. Worth a try.
Joelinton. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
It's little surprise, Peter, that this fella Tonali gets compared to some real legends of the game. The style of play, even his appearance. Yes, he'll be the one expected to take up a deeper role and play make from back there. But I see him as having a lot more than that in his game. His positioning is key. He reads the game particularly well. He's headed for stardom.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. And they can counter here. And it's Trippier. Now that looks a decent ball. Tries the cross, towering header! It's been blocked! Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. It may be goalless, but it is not without interest.
Yeah, the tempo is strong and the game has flair and lots of potential for me.
Trippier. Elanga. It's gone for a throw-in. Space for him to turn and look. That's an excellent interception. It's a searching pass. Now it's Gordon. He is through here. And it's Joelinton. Can he finish? And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Oh, such good technique as well. That was exquisite. It's a real shame he couldn't find a finish after that.
Joelinton. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, that's fabulous. Takes aim and crosses. Colwell deals with that comfortably.
They've got to make this nice and quick. That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Elanga. Trippier. Can he get it through? It's a promising position. There will be a throw-in. Trippier. And Thiaw. Trippier. Elanga. And that is headed for the middle. That's going to go a long way. Trippier gets over and intercepts. It's still 0-0, but no shortage of effort. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Oh no, he's got that wrong. Santos. Just 5 minutes left until the break. Now it's João Pedro. And it's Tonali.
João Pedro really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Colwell makes the interception.
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
Thiaw. To Elanga. Trippier.
There will be 1 minute added time.
It'll be a throw-in. And it's Tonali. Joelinton. Fernandez. And that brings the first half to a close. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here.
Hello attendees.
What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Yeah, they've probed away steadily and would appear to have found a weak link down their right-hand side.
So at the halfway stage, we still have deadlock. The score 0-0.
Everyone, please welcome the two sides.
So we're underway for the second half.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
Hall. And he skips past his man. No, he wasn't being taken in by that trickery. Incoming to impressive jump.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Caicedo.
Newcastle couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
Joelinton finding himself in space, and it's Hall. Hall, cross into the box.
Is that the first time we've seen him try that? It's definitely given the opposition a little more to think about.
He's having a pop! Oh, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone.
Well, you either commit a foul and take one for the team, or just stand by and concede a potential goal. It's not a great choice, Peter, but I think I do the former in that position.
He's having a good look here.
He could tee it up for someone else, but something tells me he'll have a go.
Denied by a great piece of goalkeeping.
Well, I thought his starting position was good, and that helped the keeper to judge the flight of the ball and deal with it well.
Palmer. Oh, he's having a go! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Palmer is offering a right smile there.
Corner number 2 then. Newcastle are looking to go forward now. Now, can they get him away? Gordon receives it in a wide position. He is just caressing the ball. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Well, if you did take an extended half-time break, you'll be relieved to hear that you have missed nothing. Now he's off and running. Linton, Gordon, and smartly reclaimed. Looking to play him in, and he's picked it up out wide. And it's Linton. Hall gets into a good position. Quick look. Oh, good effort! And he's there to belt it away. Plenty of action at either end, just nothing to show for it.
Yes, and it's been far from uneventful. We've had a healthy amount of attempts at goal from both teams, and with this kind of ambition, we may not have to wait too long.
João Pedro stood his ground strongly. Crosses it in. And he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
Newcastle have kept their powder dry on the substitution front so far. Could that be about to change?
Well, you would hope for some movement off the bench, Peter, knowing you get an extra sub in extra time.
Goes for the shot! But he's left disappointed.
Yeah, we can't fault him for the attempt, although it might have been a case of momentary tunnel vision then. They've got to be quick moving this forward.
João Pedro. Here's a shot! Denied by an instinctive save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
So, third corner of the game. Pope breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. And now they can spring out of defence. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Pass somewhat off target. Deftly away. Half an hour gone in the second half. Well, the less said about that pass, the better. And the shot! And that's in! That could turn out to be a huge, huge goal!
Well, what a shift in moods here, Peter. That weight's finally off their shoulders, and tails are well and truly up.
An act of great generosity, accepted gratefully, indeed gleefully.
I think the defence really need to wake up here, Peter. They really shouldn't be getting caught out like that.
Real chance! That has earned a reprieve for the time being.
Newcastle surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
That's been cut out, well played. Nicely shaped ball. That has not gone well. Caicedo. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. He's having a hit! What a hit! What a hit! A rocket anthem! That is a gem! An absolute gem! And once more we are all square. You score, we score.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
Coming on the field is
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Number 20. Coming on the
Looking
field.
at a different
number
game now.
9.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
Trippier, ball swung in. Oh, well played, well played.
Well, they've got to get everyone forward, and maybe even the keeper.
4 added minutes has been indicated.
And the referee's looking at his watch. We could be done here. And it's Tonali. Looking for options for movement. Plays it across. Chance! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Fernandes. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. That is good alertness. Oh, terrible mistake. Tries one from range. Oh, that could be pivotal. Oh, that has got to be it. This has to be it. Minimal lapse, maximum punishment. How that hurts.
How can they be so careless, Peter?
Number 10.
It's too casual. They were never going to get...
That's it. The referee says enough. Newcastle pleasingly clever on the ball. They had their moments, but ultimately they take away nothing. Your reflections then, Jim?
Well, the game plan for me just looked a little confused, and the crowd seemed to pick up on this early on, and it just created a kind of negative vibe around the whole stadium, and I think this performance was one best deleted from the memory bank now.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening. So here we go, yet another page in this long rivalry that has existed between two grand teams. One that looks as though it will... both of these parties. It has the look of a glitzy, grandiose occasion. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. Well, it's as friendly as it can be in the circumstances, but you feel the rivalry.
Well, there may be nothing resting on it, Peter, but that's never going to take the edge away, is it? And the players from both sides know that.
Well, it certainly feels that way.
Yes, so while these boys are going to approach this game with their professional hats on, circumstances will extract the aggression.
So things are underway. Pride, tradition, the game neither dares lose. Oh, Red, nice interception. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Madrid clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one.
Simeone! It's run loose, who's going to get there? And another try! And we have our very first corner. And now they can spring out of defence. And he's picked it up out wide.
Mbappe clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything. His
Hilch! Lookman is flagged offside. That's a cute ball. Vinicius Junior looking to receive it in space. Solot. Now it's Llorente, and he's managed to get free. Simeone. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. He's going for goal! That was superb goalkeeping.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
It's their second corner of the game. He leaps for it! And oh, he's got that completely wrong. This ended up in no man's land. And that pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. Vinicius Junior. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Yeah, Koke. He's the kind of midfield player who can do a bit of everything. He's got wonderful technical ability, but also boundless energy and enthusiasm. If things start drifting away from this team at any point, they can rely on him to take things by the scruff of the neck and get them right back into it.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. He's having a pop! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Lookman actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
So, third corner of the game. And the ball's come loose here. Eder Militao with the clearance. Madrid have the chance to go the other way. Valverde. Mbappe. Now it's Simeone. That's good running with the ball. And he is deftly away. That's destined for the flank. Now it's Goulet. Vinicius Junior. That's tidy. Lenormand did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Now it's Solot. Pass somewhat off target.
That's alert and sharp and very well played.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Shapes to shoot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Alexander-Arnold with the clearance. And he's managed to get rid. And he's let fly! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Pablo Barrios is offering a wry smile there.
Corner number 4 coming up here. Madrid. Oh, he's having a go! Oh, that's a fair try, but just off target.
Ruggieri has taken on too much there. That isn't one of the areas he thrives on.
Vinicius Junior making a dash for it. And here's Mbappe. He's having a hit! And he's following up! He's scored! He won't get many simpler than that, but he's certainly not complaining.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be and where he needed to put himself.
So the first moment of real significance.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
Now it's Mbappe, and it's Bellingham. Valverde receives it in a wide position. Alexander-Arnold has it out wide and in space. Now it's Goulet. Lovely feet. Hoisted in. Lookman.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
He's on it. Can he get away? Simeone was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Nicely weighted ball. Ruggieri gets flagged offside. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Lookman. Now, can they get him away? Nicely shaped ball. That's been cut out, well played. Good ball, good take. Strokes it back.
They're really getting no time to think on the ball here.
Oh, we expected better, and so did he. The less said about that pass, the better. Barrios gets it away. Tries to pass it through. Takes a shot! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
What a pass. One that literally dropped into his path. It was asking to be finished.
Shot a goal! And there's a goal! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking... And that is all they have time for.
Well, I don't think most of us were expecting a second, Peter. It's become pretty much the ideal half.
That certainly seems to be the case.
And that ought to encourage an even more ambitious approach in this second half, Peter, with control already established.
Well, it's been a proper derby so far, no doubt about that. Intense and utterly captivating. Madrid sitting pretty here. 2 goals putting them into the driving seat. So right back into the action. Takes a shot. Magnificent from Alvarez. A finish right from the top draw. Barely into the second half, and already it is heating up. And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Shift in momentum, perhaps.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be looking for.
Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Now it's Mbappe. And that has left him in a heap. Pablo Barrios. He's shifting through the gears here. And the shot! Cleared without hesitation.
He has saved the goalkeeper's blushes there. What great defending.
Valverde picks it. Oh, great leap! Didn't quite get enough on that.
I thought the wing work was A1. The defending and finishing was any.
And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Eder Militao is offering some sort of an apology there.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Koke calmly anticipates. Vinicius Junior. Baina. Koke. Alvarez. Lookman, who's set up one goal so far, tries one from range. He's done very well to get to that.
Sorloth really must be thinking what he has to do to score there. That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
This is a really front-footed approach.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. That's Barrios. Looking for the run.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
And the ball is out of play. Time then for the first substitution of the game. And the break in play means they can now affect their change.
Yeah, they've gone for more energy up front. This is a clear message, Peter.
Madrid are looking pretty rattled at the moment, Jim.
There's no doubt about that, Peter. It looks like they've had the proverbial carpet swept from underneath them. And it's amazing how much one goal can change things.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to make any prediction on this right now. He's found a way through. Pablo Barrios. He tried running through him, but he was not having it. That's put pay to the danger. Can he spark a counter here? Good ball over the top. And the finish! Oh, the ball's come loose here. Oh, it just wouldn't sit for him.
Well, I think his mind was made up the way that ball arrived, and I certainly admire his willingness to hit the volley.
Corner number 2 then. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Barrios. Camavinga.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
That has not gone well. Half an hour gone in the second half. Tchouaméni wins the duel this time. Ruggeri. Alvarez. Courtois breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball.
Madrid really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could...
And the whistler's gone for a reckless challenge there.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 15.
Eder Militao has got the wrong side of the referee and got himself a yellow card for his troubles.
Yeah, and the ref told him it was coming, and he still failed to heed the warning.
Lacking in accuracy.
Alvarez has totally shown his greedy streak, and the boss is not happy, I can tell you.
Chouameni threads one in. Looking to play him in. Look, but there's the shot! Oh, it's fallen loose again! It's a goal! Right back in it! Almost no time remaining. Game still on. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, you might think I'm being a bit harsh, Peter, but I just can't help the feeling that the keeper should have done a better job. Full stop.
It's turning into quite a gem, this.
Well, this ought to give them some renewed energy. If anyone's going to win it in normal time, you've got to make them favourites now.
A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go-for-it territory right now.
It is a corner.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores.
All hands on deck for this one.
Será reemplazado por el dorsal 30.
And into the grateful arms of the keeper.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Brahim Diaz. Now it's Rodrigo. Carreras. It's a good one he's making out on the left. Madrid have themselves a corner, I think. Yes, they do.
Well, they've got to get everyone forward, and maybe even the keeper. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Now it's Gonzalez. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Mastantuono. And the referee's looking at his watch. We could be done here. And here's Alvarez. Mastantuono. Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. And he's going to have his name taken. Not the most accurate pass. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
He won't be happy with that one. That's Gonzalez. So what can they make of this? Well, that's beautifully weighted. Oh, that is asking for trouble. Decent chance! Well, and that will be the final act. Madrid can look back at this result with regret. A front foot start, but they were ultimately made to pay for their inability to kill it off. Well, how will we look back on that?
Yeah, well, I've been on the losing side in games like this, and I can tell you it really does hurt. It's about the fans, and when you let them down, it hurts that bit more. I mean, you can do all the right preparations and still end up on the losing side. I don't think they'll be going out tonight.
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Well, there are plenty looking forward to seeing this, a capacity crowd here.
Well, at least on the face of it, Peter, there's very little at stake in this.
But, Jim,
well, it still gives ample opportunity for some fringe players to make their case. So I'm inclined towards something that's still high in intensity, in conviction, in tempo even. And that's not a bad thing.
We are just getting started. Now it's Mbappe. And it's Valverde. He's picked his way through. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Nicely spread. Burmo carries the ball down the right. Well read, and the danger is averted.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. OK, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
He's being urged to shoot. In it comes. That's an excellent interception. Well timed, excellent interception. Matheus Cunha. Bruno Fernandes. That has been slung wide. Rudiger. He has found the way through. That's a good ball out wide. Great ball, and he's... Oh, shooting chance! A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
I'm really impressed with the tenacity he's shown to intercept that. That's how they're going to make things happen.
Big chance! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Madrid, so far, providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. And that's a throw-in. And here's Bruno Fernandes. Valverde. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. We expected better, and so did he. Well, that looks a decent ball. And Burmo in acres of space out wide. Burmo! And another try! And that is wildly off target.
Yeah, he came away empty-handed in the end, but it was wonderful movement.
It's an imaginative pass. Eder Militao promptly onto that, and that is that. Out for a throw.
How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example.
And Burmo, and he's managed to get free. That's gone all the way through to the keeper.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Bruno Fernandes. Oh, Šeško! Oh, split-second reaction.
Šeško is offering a wry smile there.
And he's intervened well there. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Has a look and plays it forward. Now it's Vinicius Junior. And here's Mbappe. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Mbappe was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Oh, what has happened here? And he's heaved it away. And it's Mainu. Chance! Off the post! Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. Bellingham has been booked, just to confirm, for that earlier incident.
Well, he pushed his luck to the very limit, and the refs just lost patience with him.
Corner number 2 then. And now a sudden chance to counter. Bruno Fernandes. Cunha finding himself in space. And the shot! And he couldn't finish.
Oh, it's very good running, that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
Well, the referee's pulled play back and has booked him for the original offence. What a throw in. Martinez. Ball's out once more. Bruno Fernandes. That's good vision. Oh, no, that was never going to make it. Madrid couldn't do a whole lot with it there. They could do with more sharpness in their passing. And Burmo showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And he shoots! Goal! Manchester United! Half-time imminent! What a time to score! The invitation was clear, and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Such a smart finish, and the setup was very good too, but defensively, they didn't cover themselves in glory here.
So the first moment of real significance.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they had in mind for the half-time team talk.
Chance, surely! He's got a goal! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! And that is indeed the final act.
Well, the second goal certainly came as a welcome surprise, Peter. So late and so potentially destructive.
That certainly seems to be the case.
And that ought to encourage an even more ambitious approach in this second half, Peter, with control already established.
Well, that just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon. The second half is up and running.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
Now it's Matheus Cunha. Casemiro. Mainu. That's a good run down the left. Well, he's hit it long, but astray. Can he get on the end of this? Cunha providing an outlet on that flank. Carreras deals with that comfortably.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Not the most accurate pass. Diogo Dalot. And it's Bruno Fernandes. He's in plenty of space here. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Looking to pass their way up the pitch.
Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to stir a revival.
I think that's offside. Yes, it is. The pass has gone astray. Tries to play it through. Mbappe. He's had a shot! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Oh, he's found support out wide. Vinicius Junior. Threads one in, and he welcomes it in. Well read, nice interception. That's a little off target. Traumeri. He's having a hit! Superb from Valverde! About as smooth as it gets! Back to within one! Interesting! He gave it plenty and some, thrashed it in.
I think he's even surprised himself, Peter, in how well he caught that.
Just one in it now.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. Oh, no question, that's a foul. Well, that's a booking, always looked it.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores.
The two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time.
Serán sustituidos por el dorsal 11, el dorsal 4.
Looking for options for movement.
Un cambio de jugadores.
Bellingham. Oh, good spread. Ah, such a clever touch. Shoots! And he should have made them pay.
Vinicius Junior has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
He's had it taken off him. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
All eyes on the referee. It's a penalty. Madrid really could have done without this. Courtois to save this spot kick and his team.
Serán sustituidos por el dorsal 21.
Calm as you like, and they're running away with it. Not much more than a formality.
That's a good penalty. Made the keeper commit early and set himself up for quite a comfortable finish.
Manchester United go up by 2 and are looking good.
Well, there's only one team in it at the moment, and the question is, will they be happy to sit on this?
Shapes to shoot! Could have won it there and then. He knows that. Oh, he knows it.
And Bomo is fully aware of how important that could have been. Probably game, set and match.
Tries one from range. That's a nicely weighted pass. Courtois gets his hands on it and the danger is averted. Madrid are looking to go forward now. Changes him with that pass. Smartly reclaimed. That's good play. Strokes it back.
Yeah, probably the best option. It had to go.
Could be danger here.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Decent chance! And no! He had to, and yet he could not. Manchester United can make their change now with a break in play. Zirkzee to come on, a change that had been mooted for a while.
Yeah, he's looking for instructions, probably something along the lines of, go make a nuisance of yourself.
Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. And it's Mount. Mount. Great chance! Oh, he's got a crucial block in there. Looking for the run, and he's worked it. And a chance! That is decidedly lacking.
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while.
El dorsal 12 será reemplazado por el dorsal 2.
The final 5 minutes. He's found a way through. Now it's Circe. That's good defending, very good defending. Shaw does really well to win the ball there. Good ball, good take. Carvajal, can he get it through? Place it in low. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is. Bruno Fernandes plays a sharp little ball here. This might... There's the shot! Relentless! Just relentless! And with that, it is pretty much a done deal. Lacking for neither time nor space, it could scarcely have been more straightforward.
Again, that's terrific movement, Peter, and an even better pass. It's beautifully played.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
So now the difference is 3. Just seeing the board now, it's going to be 5 extra minutes. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Now it's Rodrigo. He's shifting through the gears here. So that's it. It is all over. Well, that was thrilling. A game of champs and chumps. The winners were so good at times. A side that can and will trouble more or less everyone. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Well, Peter, I really couldn't see what this team was...
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Hi, Peter. It's great to be here.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. Well, there are plenty looking forward to seeing this. A capacity crowd here.
Well, I wouldn't just look at this being another friendly, Peter.
Is that your own experience?
Yeah, if the opposition played like they meant business, we were obliged to return the favour. I don't think there's much difference here.
We are just getting started. Well, we've seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Casemiro. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. It's a searching pass. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
And here's Bellingham. Caught offside that time. Valverde. He's in plenty of space here. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, this guy, Kobbie Mainoo, is someone who can add a nice bit of stability to midfield, Peter. I think he's capable of controlling a game. And I remember when I first saw him, I was really impressed with his courage, the fact that he was always looking to get on the ball, never moved away from anything, always happy to try and bail somebody out. And, you know, you like players like that in the team, and I think this guy looks as if he's going to go on and have a fantastic career.
I'm thinking the same. He will be a central feature, no doubt. Oh, that's well spotted. Camavinga.
Yeah, we're actually currently watching a contest of insipid probing. The only way is up, I hope.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Now it's Matheus Cunha, and it's Bruno Fernandes. Oh, good spread. An instinctive delivery. Spread it left. Cunha unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Oh, some tackle that. Bruno Fernandes. And here's Mbappe. Rodrigo. Valverde. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
That has been cut short. Bellingham. That is good alertness. Casemiro. Bruno Fernandes. It's a promising position, and he cuts out the supply. Camavinga. And Rodrigo. That looks a good ball through. Oh, that's neat. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Alexander-Arnold couldn't squeeze it through, knocks it into space, and he's picked it up out wide. Backward it goes. Big chance! Oh, it's in the post! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
You lucky boy, you lucky boy. Giving the ball away like that is usually punished.
Cleared away. Madrid are looking to go forward now. Now it's Matheus Cunha. Rudiger defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. And here's Bruno Fernandes. It's a goal kick. I'm not sure how the stats look in terms of expected goals, but nothing actual has materialised so far. Rudiger powering forward here. Tries to play it through. He's having a shot! Now that looks a decent ball. Valverde. Carreras. And it's Bellingham. And it's Camavinga. Rodrigo! Oh, quite a hit and quite a touch too.
Oh, the technical control was exquisite. The pummeled attempt was exasperating.
That's a nicely shaped ball. Oh, that's fabulous.
It was indecision all round. They have to do a bit better than that.
Now, the ball's gone astray. And that's going right the way across. Well, that pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way.
Habrá un
Has to
minuto
go
de
back
descuento.
here. Nice looking ball. Oh, played through for the wide man. Vinicius Junior gets into a good position. And the referee says that is that for the first half. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. And we are up to the break.
Well, it was great to see them try to turn their possession and chances into a goal. They definitely wanted one before the break, and okay, while it didn't happen, things could start changing if they can continue in the same manner.
So at the halfway stage, we still have deadlock, the score 0-0. So straight into the second half.
Madrid are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk. They've got to make this nice and quick.
No, that's been intercepted. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Great vision. Manchester United needed that. They really needed it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Bellingham. Camavinga. Now, can they get him away?
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
And it's Camavinga. Oh, he's having a go! Shaw pokes it out wide. And here's Rodrigo. Camavinga. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Eder Militao cuts it out. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. And he's managed to get free. Cute ball. Now, how can he reach it? Well, they're certainly pressing with purpose here. Mbappe showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. That's the keeper's ball.
And Bomo clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's Valverde. And that's a dangerous ball. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Oh, there's a probing ball. Looking to play him in. Flashes it across. Brilliantly cut out. And here's Mbappe. Valverde. Bomo was only too happy to help out in defence.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 7, el dorsal 11. Serán sustituidos por el dorsal 21, el dorsal 30. Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides. That has ended up in no man's land. Valverde. Aimed beyond the defence. Nice bit of trickery. And it's Mount. Now it's Bruno Fernandes. Camavinga tries to clear. A deeply frustrating game so far. Certainly in terms of the scoreline, it remains 0-0. Manchester United have got it back and they'll have another go. Dorgu stood his ground strongly. There's the shot! It's a goal! And late in the day, a telling moment.
Well, what a shift in moods here, Peter. That weight's finally off their shoulders, and tails are well and truly up.
An opportunist strike, but he'll take it. He will own it.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
Tries one from range. Oh, he'd love to have another go at that.
Well, it's certainly encouraging, Peter. At least they're going about things the right way after falling behind.
Ahmad. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Can he get on the end of this? Dorgu receives it in a good position here.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 18 será sustituido por el dorsal 23. Cambio de jugadores.
Corner number 2 then. Success! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retreat. And again! And that would have been game, set and match.
Ahmad really can't believe it. He let the opposition off the hook there, and he knows it all too well.
Mastantuono. He's having a hit! And the difference is still 1, but only just.
Mastantuono was already celebrating in his head and probably still can't process how the keeper denied him. What a stop.
The final moments of a game that has been pretty compelling overall.
Yeah, it's not looking good, Peter. Never say never, though.
Mbappe is... And the shot! And he should have made them pay.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
And it's Arda Güler. Mendy. Here's Chouameni. Alexander-Arnold. And it's Chouameni. That's a good ball.
Madrid really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
We are into overtime. Nice interception, well timed. Casemiro. That's Mount. Nicely weighted ball. Now it's Zirkzee. And the shot! Brilliant from Joshua Zirkzee! A finish of true class! And we're done. Well, here is a defeat that may hit them hard, and you can sense that all around us. Things going pretty awry, and the outcome in the end, virtually unavoidable. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Madrid desperately failing to impose themselves on the game. Decidedly flat, disjointed in so many areas on the pitch, and you're never going to win like that.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening.